Hello and welcome back to the Sports Sermon. I'm Dylan Staggy.
I'm Jason Gandhi.
And I'm Dan Majors.
And we are back here today to talk about the end of the NBA Summer League. So we're going to go through a few different things, talking about the Las Vegas Summer League, the championship game between the Blazers and the Lakers. We're going to say our three most overachieving players, our three underachieving players, favorite player to watch, and 5 things that we kind of noticed or are excited about for next year's NBA from this Summer League. So let's start off with Jason. Thoughts on the championship game?
I was a fan, obviously. My Lakers took it home, but let's start off with the Blazers first. Swanigan impressed Tuesday, but really he impressed this last week and a half. I thought Layman shot the ball well, but to be honest, no one else really matters. Those two is not actually going to get any minutes. Zach Collins, Pat Connaughton both sat out. The only other two that would get minutes on the Summer League team. So for the Blazers, it was really just Swanigan and Layman. I thought they both played well this Summer League, and obviously that's why they got to the championship. Swanigan, I don't know how many minutes he's going to get with a loaded front court, but if they can find minutes for him. Yeah, with Nurkic, and then you're going to have to move Turner or Crabbe to the 4 because you can't.
Crabbe to the 4?
You have to move Turner to the 4, so Crabbe can play the 3. And then
he'll get minutes.
You've still got Mo Harkless, who's going to have to play the 4. And you're going to... Okay. Either way,
Swanigan will get minutes.
I'm not buying it. He'll get 10, 15 max. But Swanigan's going to have limited minutes, but I thought he impressed. Layman, he's someone that had to have a good Summer League. Some people weren't very high on him, but now he's going to be kind of competing with Connaughton as that shooter off the bench. So, good week for Layman. To my Lakers... Nobody else but Kuz last night, 30 and 10. Such a fun game to watch for me. Kuzma, like I said, balled out all week long. Loved watching him play. Vanderbilt played very well. Started off very inconsistent. Tried to be the star, but he finally bought into that team ball as the playoffs rolled around and helped us win 6 straight. Caruso deserves his Summer League number retired. He balled out. And then my boy Iceman 21, Matt Thomas, shooting the lights out from the three-point line, getting 23 points last night. Overall, the Lakers is all about Kuz and Lonzo and Zubac we'll get into later. Those 3 are really the only 3 that'll get minutes in the regular season for the most part. Ingram balled out this first game. But yeah, overall, it was a good week for the Lakers, good week for the Blazers, but the Lakers came out on top, and I was excited about it. Dan?
Yeah, Layman Swanigan, like you said, that's basically it for the Blazers. I thought if Connaughton and Collins were playing, it would have been closer. They both brought a lot of energy to the floor. For the Lakers, obviously Matt Thomas, 23 points, 89% from the field, 5 of 5 from 3, and had a plus-minus of plus 20.
Yeah, Biggie was absolutely insane for the Blazers. 25, 12, 7, and 3. He chucked up a few too many threes, I think, in the first half. But one thing that we didn't really expect from Swanigan this week was his passing, which is really good. He had 7 assists, like I said, in the championship, and was awesome. Layman, like you both said, 21 points. On the Lakers side, Lonzo should not have been given the MVP before the game. Maybe you still put him as MVP after, but definitely not before the game. Kuzma was obviously insane. 30 points, 10 rebounds. Alex Caruso was awesome, 15, 9, and 7. And you guys both mentioned Matt Thomas, 8 for 9 from the field. He just could not miss.
Wait, did you say shouldn't have given the MVP before the championship game? They had to. They can't give the championship MVP, the championship trophy, and the MVP all after. They've done it every year that way. They give the MVP the game before.
I just think it's stupid.
I mean, they've done it every year.
Like he wasn't even playing the championship game.
It doesn't matter. He had the most assists ever in Summer League. Had the most triple doubles in Summer League. There's no debate.
I didn't say he didn't deserve it, but what if Kuzma dropped 40?
He didn't, and he wasn't. I mean, it doesn't matter. He still would have been the MVP.
Yeah,
like
he still would have been.
Lonzo would have been the MVP. He brought the team to where they need to be, and he helped the Summer League by getting people excited about it. He is the MVP of the Summer League. There's just not a debate there.
I didn't say he wasn't the MVP. I'm saying it should have been before the game. Like, it's only a 8. It's only like they only played like 6 or 8 games. Like, you can't just give it to him. Like, if
that's how they've done it every year since however when they started it.
I don't care what they've done before. I just don't think it should have happened.
All right.
All right, let's move on to our 3 most overachieving players, though. Jason, who's your first overachieving player?
Just talked about him. Kyle Kuzma. No one expected him to do what he did. What a steal, that light skin connection of Lonzo and Kyle Kuzma. I was loving it all week and a half, and I'm excited for the Lakers basketball.
Yep, I also have Kyle Kuzma. Basically, what Jason just said, Lakers got a steal at 27.
Yeah, that makes 3 of us. For Kuzma, dropped 30 in the championship game. He was insane.
Yeah, my second most overachieving player was Troy Williams. I thought he really showed his game, averaging 22 points a game, but really he was just a monster on both ends of the floor. And I just thought with him not having much flexibility, or having to have flexibility between Memphis and Houston last year, playing so well in Summer League really helped his case to make a roster and stick with it.
I had Caleb Swanigan. Like he mentioned in the championship game, he was awesome. Showed passing, which you really didn't see from him in college. Although he is playing against smaller, slower guys, that he'll be able to dominate easier than the bigger, stronger, quicker guys in the NBA. I still thought that he played really well in the Summer League.
I had Cheick Diallo, 19 points per game, 10 rebounds a game, 56% from the field. Nothing much else to say. Solid performance.
Yeah, my third was my boy Bryn Forbes, balled out, Michigan State boy, and really there's just no other way to put it. He was a stud this week, averaging the most points in Summer League.
Yeah, I also had Forbes. He just seemed to put up like 30 points a game every time I checked out the stats for the Spurs. Really led that team. It was just awesome.
I had John Collins, almost averaged a double-double and shot 59% from the field. I thought he showed great potential there.
All right, let's move on to our 3 most underachieving players now from Summer League. Jason, who'd you have?
I went with Marquise Chris. I just thought in general the Suns looked out of sorts. Josh Jackson had flashes. Chris had flashes. Bender didn't really have flashes, but he played solid at times. I don't know. I thought the Suns in general were underachieving, but Marquise Chris shot worse than 40%, averaged 6 boards a game. He played better than Dragon Bender, but I thought he was supposed to play better than Dragon Bender, so that's why I don't have Bender on my list. I don't know. I expected more from Chris after a solid rookie season. Hopefully he plays better because the Suns need him, Bender, Ulis, and Booker to start stepping up.
Yeah, I had Bender and Chris. Bender's really got to take the next step sometime soon. He was the 4th pick in the draft. Both Bender and Chris shot under 40% and only had 6 rebounds per game. They've got to step it up in the regular season.
I had Tyler Lydon, played 24 minutes per game, averaged 2.4 points per game, and shot 20% from the field.
Yeah, he was drafted to be a shooter and couldn't even shoot the ball.
Yeah.
My second one, it's not a person, it's a group of people. The Bulls youth, they were unbelievably terrible. They just very much struggled to get going. Cameron Payne, Chris Dunn, Denzel Valentine, Lauri Markkanen all shot 35% or worse in Vegas, and Valentine and Markkanen combined for a 2 for 25 game in one game. So those guys better step it up because the Bulls are rebuilding, and those are 4 of your 5 best youth guys, just missing Zach LaVine. But those 5 guys are all going to get a bunch of time, and they've got to play better than that.
Yeah, I went with Lauri Markkanen, one of the guys that Jason mentioned, the Bulls youth. 33 minutes per game and only put up 14 and 29% shooting. He's got to shoot the ball better in the regular season.
Yeah, he had a really good game. I forget when, but besides that, he was a dud all week long.
I have Thon Maker. He played only 2 games, 27 minutes per game, 6 points per game, and shot 22% from the field. I think he still has a lot of potential, but just not a good performance in the Summer League.
My last one, Ivica Zubac. I don't have stats or anything to back it up. It's just watching every game. He looked slow, out of sorts, and just not able to keep up with the pace. He like Lonzo hit him in the past. He'd miss 2 layups, then put it in. There are so many times Zubac missed Lonzo's assists. And defensively, he looked out of sorts. Zubac, after a phenomenal Summer League showing last summer, which got him minutes late in the year last year, not a good Summer League. Thomas Bryant played better, so maybe Bryant's coming for his spot. But either way, Zubac had an awful Summer League.
Yeah, I went with another Bull for my third one. Denzel Valentine, 13 points per game on 35% shooting. He was definitely not great. As Jason mentioned, all of the Bulls youth had a really bad week.
I have Chris McCullough, 7 points per game and 29% from the field. Not a performance.
All right, so let's move on to our favorite player to watch from Summer League. I bet I can guess Jason's. Who do you have?
You know, Lonzo Ball, passing, scoring, playmaking. October can't come soon enough for the Laker fans. He had an unbelievable Summer League. Say what you want about him being hurt, but he had an unbelievable showing. He played phenomenal every game except for his first, and even that wasn't a bad game. He was just having to get used to playing. And, I don't know, Lonzo Ball, he brings excitement, and like Magic said, the Lakers are back.
My favorite was actually Lonzo's shoe situation. I'm just kidding. But I thought that was kind of funny to watch him switching through all the brands. But I did like Alex Caruso for the Lakers. He's really good. He's got the bald spot up there from Texas A&M. I liked his game, and he really played well in the Summer League. I think, didn't he earn a two-way contract?
He did.
Yeah.
Midway through. Not even after this Summer League. It was like midway through. He played great this year.
My favorite player to watch has got to be Dennis Smith Jr. I'm so excited we got him. He's so electric getting to the rim, so athletic. Reminds me a lot of prime Derrick Rose. I don't know why he wasn't taken earlier. I'm so glad the Knicks took Ntilikina because we probably would have taken him. So I can't wait for the future of the Mavs now that he is here.
There's no problem. You guys would have taken Ntilikina
I
if
know.
he was
No,
there.
I know.
Yeah, that would have been awful. Think about if the Knicks got Dennis Smith and the Mavs got Ntilikina. The Knicks would be in such a better place.
Yeah. What are the Knicks doing?
Like Dennis Smith and Porzingis. Whew.
Yeah, dude.
Now you've got Ntilikina and Porzingis. Yay. Like, it's just such a difference in that one pick. Anyway.
All right, let's move on to just 5 things that we kind of noticed and are maybe excited about for next year that we saw in this Summer League, Jason.
The first one I went with something I noticed. I think Jason Tatum's fit in Boston is going to be awkward. You've got Gordon Hayward, Jay Crowder, and Jaylen Brown there. And Tatum's very much of an ISO guy. I mean, you watch him, he's very good backing people down. Similar to how Kobe played. Not that he's anywhere near Kobe, but like the type of game where he'd back him down, get a post shot, whatever. I don't know if that fits in Boston, so I'm going to be interested to see how that's going to work out and see how Stevens can use those four pretty creatively.
Yeah, mine's a little bit biased, but for my Clippers, but I just want to see how much the young guys can come in and contribute. I kind of like what we saw.
Had a good week.
Yeah, Sindarius was really good. Jameel Wilson, he didn't play a lot, but when he did, I think he shot like 80% or something like that.
Jeez.
He earned a 2-way contract. Bryce Johnson was good at times, even though he doesn't like to give effort. But
What?
I'm excited for my Clippers.
What do you mean?
Sometimes he just looked completely out of it and disinterested. But when he was into it, he was fantastic.
He did not have a great game against the Lakers, if I remember correctly. He played fine, but it wasn't like... Sundarius was the one that stole the show the first game of the year.
All right, well, I went with one that Jason will love. Lonzo
Hey.
will live up to the hype. I went back and forth many times wondering if Ball was better than Fultz. I said Ball had more star potential, but he had more questions. Now I know Ball will be better. Fultz will be a very good player, but Ball will be a superstar.
That's what's up. I've been saying that forever. Dan's a Fultz believer. I've been a Ball believer. I don't know if honestly, the funny part is I wouldn't say it yet. I wouldn't be able to say Ball's going to be for sure better than Fultz through these games.
I mean, I still think Fultz could be a star, but I know Ball will be a star.
See, I'm not that confident. Like, I'm confident,
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's
I'm excited, but I don't know if I'm confident.
still only Summer League, and Lonzo's still got a ways to go on his defense
It's
and shooting.
defense and ball handling are his biggest issues.
And
he
shooting,
cannot
too.
break anybody down. Defensively, he's a sieve. Anybody can get around him. And the problem is if the offense stalls and you can't get in fast break and you need someone to go one-on-one, Lonzo cannot do it. He will dribble, step back three. If he makes it, he makes it. But it's got to be ball handling and defense he's focusing on. But don't get me wrong. I love him. I'm excited. I just don't know if he's going to be a superstar yet. Because, I mean, something I kind of noticed was like when NBA players would be on him, he struggled. Not that I think that's what's going to happen, but like when Rondae Hollis-Jefferson switched on to him, he got blocked twice and shot up a bad shot. I forget what other games. There's like a few games I'd watch when there's an NBA player on him. He seemed to either like be scared away or just not play as well. But I mean, I'm glad you're confident in him. I hope you're right. So my next one, I kind of talked about with underachieving. The Bulls need to hope this was an indication of next year because the youth was terrible. Like I said, the youth movement is all there in Chicago, and now you've actually got to get rolling, but hopefully Zach LaVine can carry the team.
Yeah, I had the same thing. The Bulls were just terrible. Chris Dunn, Cameron Payne, Denzel Valentine, Lauri Markkanen, all of them struggled.
I thought they had a chance to repeat this year. I was like, they've got a good team with those four especially, but yeah, like they played terrible.
Yeah, it's not like even one or two of those guys played well. Like all of them were bad. Their whole core that they're gonna try to build around for these next few years, they were all bad. I'm
Yeah.
worried for the Bulls.
You're a Dunn believer. I'm a Denzel fan. Like, it was an ugly week for the
Right.
Bulls.
Mine is this is one of the best draft classes of all time. Tatum, Ball, Jackson, Fultz, Smith. Thought they all played really well. All have great potential.
I think this was the deepest class we'll see in a while. But I think next year might be better, heavy talent-wise up top.
Yeah, the top
Because
5.
Bagley's reclassifying. And so if all these guys reclassify, that top 5, top 10 is loaded next year. I think deep
Yeah.
wise.
Bagley, yeah.
Yeah, I think depth-wise, this class was so much better. I mean, there was talent into the 30s or 40s that you're seeing are going to get valuable minutes. But I think top 10 next year's going to
Oh, yeah.
come up for this one, too. I think it's going to be a fun one next year. But my number 3, Dylan, you were right. John Collins.
Yeah.
15 points, 9 boards, and showed his shooting ability. The Hawks have to be excited, and I know us three talked about that monster dunk he threw down. Really, John Collins had a phenomenal summer league, and I'm surprised. I'm excited to watch him play.
Yeah, I'm excited for my boy John Collins. I like him. But one other thing that I noticed, kind of want to see if it keeps going, Lonzo's shoe situation. What is he going to do in the future? Is he going to switch back to the big ballers full time? Or is he just going to...
It's all part of a master plan.
Yeah, I think why they did do that, though, is to kind of, like, if he just wore big ballers the entire tournament, no one would be talking about him anymore.
Yep.
But now, since he switched all the brands every time, they're still talking about his shoes.
I think the ideal thing for Lonzo and the big baller brand is to have a bidding war and agree to go to wherever. I don't care where he goes, but wherever you go, have them not licensed, but like carry big baller brand under them.
I mean, that's what they want to do. I'm not sure if the...
No, I don't think LeVar
Companies.
wants to do that. That's the
Yeah,
thing. LeVar, like, he acts like he did, but then also he's very, like, against it at times. So, like, he said he doesn't want to license it, but then, like, later he said, like, it'd be cool. I don't know. So, I think that's what they should do is get under, like, Nike, like, somehow, like, obviously not the same
Like
amount that Jordan
Jordans.
has, but, like CP, like, Kobe and, like, LeBron and all them, like, but only
No,
have
it's got to
his
be.
own brand,
It's got to
like
be
Jordan.
kind of
And-
be like Jordan because they're gonna have like other athletes. Like other athletes are under Jordan.
Yeah.
Because like you have CP3s that are Jordans. What other shoes? I think
Melo.
Melos. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stuff
I
like that.
agree. I think it's got to be something like that. Whether it's I hope it's not Adidas because I can't wear Adidas shoes and I want to get some big baller brand shoes, but I hope it's under Nike. I think that's the best thing for the balls. Not sure it makes sense for the other companies, but at the same time, if you look at it, like this kid has brought more mentions, more exposure, more likes, more retweets to this shoe and to this company just in 6 games. They'd be dumb to not get this kid.
Yep. All right. Mine is the Lakers are one piece away.
I hope.
Yeah.
1 or 2, all right? I loved how Brandon Ingram played in this
Yeah.
one game. Ball obviously played great. I
Yeah.
think their future is bright.
My number 2, I mean, I'm excited you're optimistic. I went to your team now. I went Dennis Smith Jr. What an athlete. His missed dunk, we'd still be talking about if you would have put that thing down. Dennis Smith, the most electric player in a long time playing in Summer League. Such a fun guy to watch, and I'm excited to watch the Mavericks play with him, Harrison Barnes, Dirk in his last year. Think about Smith getting Dirk open for his shots. It's going to be a fun year for the Mavericks.
Well, I'm not excited about the rest of the Mavericks, but what I saw from Dennis Smith Jr. was absolutely insane. He did everything. He was just awesome for the Mavericks, and I hope he does succeed because I really like his game.
Mine is can't wait to see Fultz, Simmons, and Embiid play together. If they all stay healthy, and if they live up to the hype, then Philly has a bright future.
Those 3 have 31 games combined.
I'm saying if they stay healthy and we see,
I think Philly will be fine. I think they'll be good. I just am so tired of all these like almost like bandwagon fans being Philly fans, and these guys have not played a game. Like they have 31 games with their best 3 players combined. Like it's just so obnoxious for me. I don't know. Like I hope they
I'm
play well.
excited to see them.
I'm
play
excited. I like Embiid more than that. I don't like Simmons. I think he's gonna be a little overrated. I thought he was
well.
good.
I can agree with
But,
that.
and I'm, like, I'm not a big fan of Fultz. I think he'd be a solid player. I'm excited to watch Embiid. But besides that, I guess I'm tired of all the Sixers trust the process crap. Like, I'm just, like,
I just
prove-
think it's hilarious.
prove it on the court, I guess is my thing. Prove it on the court, then I can live up. Like, I'm not sure the process is complete. You haven't played a game yet. Like, once If you make it to the playoffs, okay, it's complete, whatever. But this whole Feds thing, all that, I'm just kind of like, all right, let's wait till you get on the court.
I just think it's hilarious. I love Joel Embiid. He's so
See,
funny.
Fans like that, where they just
I don't
this
love the
player and
Sixers.
they
I
love
just
these-
think Joel Embiid is hilarious.
I mean, yeah, but like I don't know. I just am tired of the Sixers hype, I guess. But my number one, I'm pretty sure everybody could guess it. I'm excited for Lakers basketball. October, we start off, and we're gonna get Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Larry Nance, Julius Randle, Brooke Lopez, KCP, the perfect signing for the Lakers. I'm so excited to watch my Lake Show play.
Mine's going to be if surprising veterans do anything. Troy Williams, Bryn Forbes, Patrick McCaw all had great summer leagues. How are they going to do in the regular season? Some guys that came out of nowhere and really outperformed what people thought they were going to do in the summer league. Will they be able to follow that up in the regular season?
My last one is the Mavs now have something to build around. I was very concerned about the post-Dirk era, but now at least I have something fun to watch and to look forward to.
Yeah, so I think that's going to wrap it up. My Lakers were champions, and as Magic said, the Lakers are back. So that'll do it for the Summer League episode. We're going to post out the Notre Dame football preview today as well, so make sure you go check that out. I promise you it gets heated. And then tomorrow we're going to get the Big Ten. Friday we've got the Big Ten. And then Saturday some fantasy football. So stay tuned for all that good stuff and more.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff coming on the Sports Sermon, especially as football season rolls around. If you want to see it all, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this one and want to see more NBA content, hit the like button. And if you want to find out every time we post a new video or a new article on our website, follow us on Twitter. The link is in the description. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you tomorrow.